friends, is it possible to make 1,000 times of your initial investment? Yes, you can, but you need to meet certain conditions. Of course, in today's video, I will show you everything that you need to know and you will get all the answers. Stick around till the end, and as a bonus, I will show you how to quickly and safely withdraw your money from the Pocket Option platform. Let's go! Let's start today by looking at this amazing currency pair. I've placed a put option, and here is why. The asset price was dropping steadily, confirmed by the parabolic SAR indicator and the sharp trend cycle entering the oversold zone. And on the MACD, we had a downward crossover with the green line crossing below the signal line. In other words, all signals pointed to a downward trend, right? But there's a pretty strong support level where the price could bounce back, and it did. No surprises there. What's the next logical move? Right, after correction, the price is likely to drop back to the support level or maybe even lower. In technical terms, this bounce back is called a divergence. It's almost always a great chance to profit from a trade. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, my friends, we've got $9 in the balance. Not a bad start. By the way, I made a whole video about divergence, so it's on my channel. Go check it out. Meanwhile, let's keep going. What is the best way to measure a trader's success? In dollars, euros, or maybe Bitcoin? Nope, none of those. It's percentages of successful trades. If you are above 17%, you are set. It's just a matter of time before you make it big. I see this every week in my private trading club. It takes just 1 week and the deposit of folks who trade with me just grow from $100 to $5,000. In my private club, we trade every weekday, where I post and explain my trading signals. Just like in this video. People in the club follow them and learn as they earn. Sounds like a plan, right? If you want it, just hit up my Telegram channel. Links is in the description to this video and in the pinned comment to this video. There you will find my contact info. Shoot me a message and I will show you how to join the club and how to make big money with me. In the Telegram channel, you will also find the testimonials of people who already participated in my private club in trading and who earned a lot. Go follow and we can chat here every day. For now, let's get back to our profit talk. Let's keep going with a call option on the Euro USD pair. And as always, let's check the signals first. Well, you can see the price chart crossing the points of the parabolic SAR, which are now below it. When it breaks through stop loss levels like this, it's a sign for an upward trend. Plus, the chart broke a resistance level. Let's mark it right about here. The sharp trend cycle just left the oversold zone and the MACD lines are crossing from bottom to top, and with all these indicators given the green light, I opened the trade. So what other choice did I have? Now we just have to sit back and watch it go up. Meanwhile, let's talk about what sets experienced traders apart from newbies. So what do you think? Write your own thoughts in the comments and I will compare them with my notes. It's very interesting. We'll get back to this topic in a bit, but for now, let's log in the profit. Boom, solid trade, great results. We're up to $17. So let's see how we can grow this even more. Let's go with another call option. This time you might think my decision does not make sense. It doesn't make any sense, so let me explain. Well, first, the MACD lines haven't crossed yet. Yeah, they are close, but that's not a clear signal. And the sharp trend cycle is still in the oversold zone. But look at the MACD bars. They're tiny, which means low volatility, and see how many green bars there are in the last few minutes. That's why I believe the price won't break through this strong support level. The parabolic SAR points are now under the chart. A few minutes ago, the chart touched those points and bounced back. If this is not an upward trend, it's definitely a bounce back, and I'd even draw a price corridor. It's pretty wide, but it's a sideways trend, so no clear direction. So I expected the bounce and got it right. There is our profit. So let's keep an eye on this pair. There is more to earn here. But first, let's get back to what makes experienced traders different from newbies. The first thing is decision-making time. Newbies think that if they analyze the market all the time and follow every beat of the news, they will certainly make steady profits. But pros have a trading strategy and stick to it without getting distracted by some external factors or some external facts. By the way, I opened another call option while chatting with you, and the reasons here are the same, so I won't repeat them. Let's keep talking instead. Of course, knowing the basics is important, but don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't learn them, but honestly, having a solid system is a way more crucial. The market is chaotic, so no pro is ever completely sure of the market's future unless they have insider info that will shake things up. Everything else is just guessing. That's why pros only trade according to their strategy and wait for the right patterns to show up on the chart. So if they don't trade. Newbies, on the other hand, just cannot wait to open a trade and feel like they are in the game. The same goes for news. If you ignore it and don't trade when it's coming out, it won't mess up your system for the rest of your trading day. Here's an example. So we stick to the system and boom, we now have $61 in the balance. To wrap up the news thing, just keep an eye on the news schedule and don't trade when it's about to drop. But for now, let's keep going. I'm opening a call option on this exact pair, and here is why. Check it out. The chart crossed the parabolic SER points that were on top. That's signal number 1. The MACD lines are almost crossing from the bottom up. That's signal number 2. And the only one lagging behind is the shaft trend cycle, still in the oversold zone, but remember, this indicator has high level. I'm expecting the price to go up, but I opened during a slight pullback because there is a resistance level a bit higher. The price will definitely move toward it, but I'm not sure it will break through in 1 minute. There might be some small fluctuations, but given the pullback, it's not a big deal. Let's watch and continue the chat. Another thing about pros, they do not clutter their charts with a ton of indicators. They usually stick to the simplest technical analysis tools, and that's it. Even I think my system has too many indicators today, but it works when used correctly. The balance is now at $108, so let's find another way to invest this money, friends. Another call option on the Euro USD pair. Let me explain the reasoning here, friends. First thing you notice, shaft trend cycle is in the overbought zone, so signal number 1. The MACD lines are getting closer to crossing downwards, but there is no clear crossover yet. Well, the chart often gets close to the parabolic SER points, and sometimes there is a risk of stop losses getting hit, but it always bounces back. If you draw a channel using the candle pattern, you can see a rising trend corridor where the price fluctuates. I'm expecting it to go up and bounce off the corridor boundary because the market is cyclical and there is no clear reason to break the cycle. Actually, experienced traders usually analyze clean charts without many indicators. The more experience you get, the less you rely on indicators, or you might just ditch them altogether. Right now, analyzing patterns help me make money, not the indicators. Sure, at the beginning they help you avoid some common mistakes, but there is no perfect indicator setup that works flawlessly. So keep that in mind and let's keep moving. Let's do a 1-minute call option. So what do we see here? Let's break it down. First, I would mark a resistance level that the chart already broke through. It's right here. The shaft trend cycle is heading into the overbought zone. The MACD lines cross from bottom to top, and the parabolic SER dots appeared under the chart. Basically, everything points to an upward trend. When all signals line up, the indicators leave no room for doubt. But when the signals conflict, it's just a mess in your head. That's why pros do not trust them much. Same with trading bots. Newbies are always looking for easy solutions and magical robots that will make them millionaires. But why would someone sell a robot that guarantees income instead of just using it to get rich all alone? If you find the answer, let me know. The answer is kind of obvious, right? Just like the profit on my balance. We've got $384 and we will keep going. I think it's a good time to open another call option. Let's quickly go over the signals and see what is happening here. There is a crossover on the MACD and the shaft trend cycle is entering the overbought zone and the parabolic SAR dots are under the chart. It's all lining up like clock hands at noon, so I'm pretty sure the price is going up. Let's watch and continue our chat. It's super important to set achievable goals for yourself, guys. A specific amount that you can realistically make in a day, in a week, or in a month. Don't expect to make $1 million in a day. That's pretty much impossible. You'll just end up disappointed and that can mess up your trading mindset. So discipline yourself and you will be one step closer to becoming a pro. That's what separates them from newbies. There was a little pullback, but it didn't stop me from hitting another jackpot. Yeah, we've got $718 in the balance, but I've got a target, and I think there is a level where the growth might slow down. So let's keep going with this pair and talk some more. Another thing about pros, they've got a great trading mindset. But we will get to that later, friends. For now, let's open another call option for the same reasons. The chart pulled back a bit, so it's a great entry point. Now, let's get back to talking. So, a trading mindset is about experience or what you might call screen time. So, call it what you want, but if you spend a lot of time trading, you will develop a feel for the market, a vibe for the market, a sort of trading intuition that will help you make profitable trades. That's why professional traders trust only their own opinion. If you read stuff online, you will find hundreds of different opinions about the same asset. It can just confuse you. It's always good to listen to other opinions, but if you are... It's always good to listen to other opinions, but if you're 100% sure about your decision, it shouldn't throw you off. It definitely shouldn't make you second guess yourself. I was sure about my decision and now I've got my first $1,000 in the deposit, plus $271 on the top of that. Awesome, right? But this is not the end. Let's look for another chance to grow this even more. This time I'm going for a put option. Today I've had a lot of situations where I placed call options. Now it's the same set of signals but flipped. Let's run through them quickly. The MACD lines cross from top to bottom, shaft trend cycle has left the overbought zone, and the chart crossed the parabolic SAR's stop loss points. It's a jackpot in terms of indicators. So we are expecting a drop and let's continue our chart. Well, I've noticed another difference between pro traders and newbies. So newbies are generally very emotional and they're focused on making lots of money. But strange as it might sound, experienced traders put that thought at the bottom on their list. Their number one goal is to get better, not to increase the balance, but to boost the success rate. That income will follow. So if you got into trading because you desperately need money, you'd better give up before you lose whatever you have left. Yes, this is my number one advice for everybody who want to get in trading. But we're not losing anything. We're only increasing the balance. It's already over 2,000 and this trade has a solid outcome. So let's find another opportunity. I'm back to trading on the rise. Here I see almost a full set of signals we've talked about today. The only thing missing is that shaft trend cycle hasn't left the oversold zone yet. but you can see it's about 2. Given that this indicator tends to lag a bit to smooth our market noise, you can open a trade now without much worrying. Let's keep watching and talking. I mentioned how it's crucial not to chase money but results, and once you get consistent results, then you can start increasing your investment and actually your profits will grow exponentially. When you're broke and inexperienced, you are afraid to enter trades. So you don't follow the system, you start chasing the market, and that always ends in a loss, unfortunately. I've never seen it happen any other way. But this trade didn't end in a loss. A solid upward trend just as the system predicted, and $3,000 in my balance. The chart is getting close to a level, so I don't want to rush into the next trade. Let's look for a more obvious opportunity. This one is not as clear cut, but I'll go for a put option with a bit of risk. Let's look at the chart. I will explain what is happening here. As you can see, the chart reacted to some news. There was a sharp drop, then a quick rebound. But I think the price will not rise above the resistance level at this very point. Right now, the slow reaction of sharp trend cycle is working in our favor, as it hasn't even noticed the spikes and is still in the oversold zone. The MACD suggests growth with its crossover, but that's due to the news effect, not the actual market sentiment. I think the price is going to drop soon. And here's another important tip for beginners. Don't ever trade with borrowed money. I've seen people chase quick cash by trading on credit. Don't even think about that. It will explain why in a minute. But first, let's lock in profit. We've got $3,891 in the deposit, and it's awesome. We started with just $5, so let's keep going and see where else we can make some cash like this. It's crucial to find the right moment to open a trade. Yeah, now is the time. I've placed the put option, and I don't think I need to explain why I did this because the situation couldn't be even clearer. Well, the best move was to catch the dip to be as sure as possible about the outcome. Friends, I mentioned earlier that beginners shouldn't trade with borrowed money. Here is why. It's extra psychological stress you cannot handle. Once you lose even a little bit of someone else's money, you go into get back mode. And this is really dangerous. It's like in poker. That's the end. Even pros do not trade with borrowed money. Sure, there are leveraged positions in futures, but that's controlled risk when done right. And yeah, pros do manage other people's money, but that's not debt. It's a contract with described risks that the investor accepts when giving you their funds to manage. If I hadn't waited for the dip, I would have lost this trade. But instead, I got a profit for the deposit. So when you don't rush, it shows up in your balance. And it's awesome. Let's keep moving. I see a great opportunity to open a put option on a divergence. I plan to wrap up the trading session after this one, so let's go over the trading system signals one more time. Let's draw and mark the support level. The chart broke through it and then bounced back, so now it's a resistance level. Well, and as for the indicator signals, we see they are all in sync, pointed to further downward movement. That's why I opened from the level itself. The chart isn't likely to go above it now. Let's see how this plays out, and then we'll wrap things up. I could give you tons of examples, but the main thing is that the biggest difference between experienced traders and beginners is discipline and a system. Beginners rely more on luck. And with that comes many failures, leading to loss of money and disappointment. It was a close one, but the trade was in the green. It wasn't luck, it was about picking the right entry point. Friends, let's end it here and move on to withdrawing the earnings from the broker's deposit into my personal wallet. Let's do it. $5,631, that's the today's haul from the market. I will withdraw most of it to my crypto wallet. I entered the wallet address and the amount I want to withdraw, so hit continue and the request is now being processed by the broker. While the request is processing, you can see its status in the transaction history and you can even cancel it if you need. Here is the record showing the request status and the withdrawal amount. You can see the deposit balance and what's left from the initial sum. Now we just have to wait. It takes about 15 minutes and we'll be back soon to show you how it ended. It's done. The notification that the funds were credited to my wallet has just popped up. The transaction history status has been updated. Transaction complete. So let's wrap it up. Friends, did you enjoy this video? If so, then give it a like, follow my YouTube channel and hit that bell in order not to miss out on my new videos. That way we'll meet more often. Remember I mentioned how important the screen time is. Watching videos like this help it too. If you're ready to try trading, just follow my Telegram channel, write me a personal message and I will tell you all the details how to join my private trading club. The links are in the description to this video and in the pinned comment to this video. Also, shoot me a private message on Telegram and I will give you a special 50% bonus on your first deposit on Pocket Option. I was glad to see you today and I see you next time. Bye!